Dorothea Hendricks here, your communication coach and presentation skills and public speaking. Today, we're going to look at memorization. Should you memorize a speech? To memorize or not memorize? Some people say, yes, memorize, know it word for word, get your presentation down pat. Other people go, no, don't memorize. Don't memorize at all, because if you memorize, you're going to sound stilted and unnatural. And what happens if you memorize and then you forget a portion? You'll look like a deer in headlights. So better don't memorize, no memorization. So to memorize or not memorize is basically a personal choice depending on you. For me, as a coach, as a trainer, I find that I often will recommend that my clients memorize their presentations. Sometimes all the presentation, sometimes just a portion of the presentation, but always to memorize the opening and the closing. Get them engaged, know how you're going to do it right out of the starting gate. And when it comes time for you to wrap up and leave them with a call to action, know exactly what you're going to say. For me, memorization is not so much memorizing like the way you would a times table or a poem for a classroom teacher, but it's more about imbibing and digesting, internalizing your content, the key ideas, the concepts that you want to share with your audience. It's about making your presentation come alive to your audience. And the way to make it come alive so that they get engaged and they stay engaged and they walk away at the end of your talk exactly knowing what to do and that they'll do it. That really depends on you as a presenter, internalizing your content and making it come alive as you're speaking. So it's inside to come outside. I find here with memorization, as we get more comfortable, well, as we get more familiar with our material, what happens is we become more comfortable. As we become more comfortable, we certainly become more confident. Our level of confidence goes up. And as our level of confidence goes up, we find ourselves engaging more with our audience. As we get more engaged with our audience, we're bringing them into kind of what we're talking about, what we believe, the concepts we want to share, the higher our credibility. And the higher the credibility, the deeper the impact. Memorization means imbibing, taking material that you already know, because in most cases in the workplace, you're going to be talking about material that you know. It's your job. The big challenge here is that often you know so much. So the idea here in your presentation and in imbibing is more getting the logical flow, understanding how you're going to organize your presentation for maximum impact. So thinking about a presentation and thinking about memorizing that presentation, there are 3 questions probably that we need to ask ourselves. Number 1, how easy is it for you, for me, to memorize? Some people find memorizing very easy, other people find it challenging. So before you jump off and go and memorize, how easy is it for you to do? Number 2, how complex or simple is the presentation? In different roles that we have, sometimes we're delivering very convoluted, complex, detailed information, and other times it just might be a simple debrief. So, how complex or simple is the presentation going to be delivering? And number 3, how long is it? Will the presentation last for 10 minutes? Is it going to be 30 minutes? Is it going to be 60 minutes? Is it a morning event? How long is it? All of these affect and determine, whether or not you'll attempt memorizing your presentation, or if you will. Some people find memorizing very difficult, or they just cringe at the very thought. In the next video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to help you memorize, to help you imbibe, digest, internalize the content so you can make it come alive. Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendricks wishing you mountains of success.